The name Americana Jones was actually a name that I came up with, and we had gone through numerous names trying to pick what we thought was the right one for the band.
Well, you gassed her up behind the wheel, arms around your sweetheart, your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard, looking for the hardest Saturday night.
You know, I'm raised on folk music. That's where I started out on, and so the roots music has been part of my inspiration since I started playing.
You get all tangling and you're cruising with the six, looking for the hardest Saturday night.
Americana Jones is the sum of over 200 years of musicianship in bands between the core four pickers in the band, and we just love music, and we love traditional American music, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, up to the present time.
The music that we play, we've labeled as being mostly Americana music. I thought about Merle Haggard and I thought about George Jones, Hank Williams, but it was when I hit George Jones and I thought, you know, it flowed nicely, Americana Jones.
The history is that Al and I started playing together, and then we added Mike and then Greg, and we all loved the genre that we're playing in, and Al was a treasure trove of songs based on his years in music. It's a great era of music that we're tapping into.
Magic of a melancholy tear in your eye makes you kind of quiver down in the cold.
My original instrument was the guitar, and when I started playing, I was hitchhiking a lot across the United States of America, back and forth and back and forth. And the guitar was just too much on my backpack, and one day I spotted my father's mandolin over in the corner in our living room, and I asked if I could take it, and he said sure, and that's how it started. I started taking it on the road, and that's how I started learning the mandolin.
I probably logged 5,000 hours in the studio over the years. Used to do this full-time for 16 years out on the road. Did about 8 albums total with 2 different bands. And there's just nothing like being in a studio to be able to create, to get those juices flowing. My favorite part is when that sound comes together.
Maybe the Beach Boys have got you now with their way of singing Carolina.
I always wanted to play lead guitar from the time I was 10 years old when I first started playing. You know, I had a first cousin who was my role model, and he was a great, and still is a great lead guitar player. But I've just always liked doing it. I'm a noodler. I like to noodle, and I like chords, and I like the whole components of music and how they all come together. But that's what I spend my time doing. I like to write a little bit more, but I'm still trying to learn to play the guitar.
I think my favorite song of the session was Moanin' the Blues, a Hank Williams song. Well, wait a second.
From the past recording session, now it would be easy for me to say the song I like the most is Cripple Creek, because that's the song that I sing.
Up on Cripple Creek, that's the band. No, Long May You Run, that's my favorite. That's Neil Young. Well,
favorites, I don't know. I'm really partial to Looking for Saturday Night, the Tom Waits song. But all of them I like. They all have a different feel to me.
And then there's Tom Waits. You know, I mean, that really was my favorite song. Looking for the Hardest Saturday Night. That's just such a great song.
The song we start off with on the CD, Moanin' the Blues, which is an old Hank Williams song, it's just really a fitting style for our band, and I really enjoy playing that song every time we do it.
But then again, there's Wild Turkey, which is one that I wrote.
Personally, I love playing original songs more than any other.
Now, my favorite song is Better Man. That's the one that Ron wrote.
Ron Harbison's Better Man and Al Johnson's Wild Turkey.
Yeah, no, they're all my favorites.
It happened originally about 6 or 7 years ago. We had put a band together as I recall, Ron Harbison was the main instigator, and at that time we had a few more members to the band. Once we reformed in the band as it currently is, from that grew the name, and from the name grew the band.
It really does describe who we are. That's why the album's called Jonesin', because that's what we do. We play Americana music, and we reach out to an audience with our heart and with our accent.
Yeah, you're stumbling into the heart of Saturday.